I tell her get low, gon' rock with me. You gon' mess around now and get a shopping spree. I'm now in your possession like apostrophe. Oh, enough with all the talking, I just told her say less and do more. Do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her do more, do more, do more, do more. Go ahead, set the mood right, dirty like a food fight. You been working all day, load it up in 2 nights. Do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her, and she gon' work that round. I'ma mess around and drown when she drop that down. No more phone me blowing up, I like not right now. Oh, I swear that she ain't nice the way she work that mouth. Whoa, automatic cause she move, she be cousin static. I be straight up like an addict, might become an addict. Now I gotta have it, had enough with all the moves, yeah, move here. Ooh, let me grab it, now I'm on 1 year. Now I'm not done yet, told her wait right here. I'll be back 1 sec, this is just time out, this is not no way. Go and grab that friend, and you know what's next stage. You been rockin' with an all-star, baby, and I know you coming early like a five-star, baby. Packing out the seat, this ain't no hostile, baby, and they know me in the city like a mob star. I tell her get low, gon' rock with me. You gon' mess around now and get a shopping spree. I'm now in your possession like apostrophe. Oh, enough with all the talking, I just told her say less and do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her do more, do more, do more, do more. Go ahead, set the mood right, dirty like a food fight. You been working all day, load it up in 2 nights. Do more, do more, do more, do more. Oh, I tell her,
Hey, yo, Jay, can we get some ratchet one time?
Look, I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peace, you gon' see the flex when you hear these writtens. Trust me, you know the difference. I got a long ways to climb before you see a slippage. I see the process and the journey I'm supposed to be, but perplexed, cause I don't really see nobody close to me. Hopefully this ain't wasted, and I know it ain't. You gotta take the time for seasoning to marinate. You need the patience and the pressure just to detonate. I'm trying to blow up and these heathens need to get it straight. Gifted with a vision and precision, I'm just trying to make it high key. Might be breaking free like I was Zion in some Nikes. Tucked at the crib, bro, you know just where to find me. Making beats and spitting crack verses pretty likely. Yeah, socks with the burst, boy, I ain't changed a bit. Normal guy till I die, you know what it is. You probably thought I'd give up now that I got some kids, but really now I got these arrows aiming at your ribs. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas. Hey, please be on the notice, these my motives. About my chicken and its rotis. You parsimonious, you take it all cause you a locust. My focus is to grow this mission. A visionary, get a dictionary. We here off the rip and we ain't sharing, we just caring. Let me speak it to the manager. We damage her, no you ain't messing with an amateur. I'm ramming, the competition, they ain't standing up. They fanning from left to right cause now they branded us. Now who that is? Mike Jones, they ain't want me now, they all on me. Got counterfeits trying to play me, I guess they thinking I'm Sony. These big head dummies showing up and out of their character. Homie, you need a price cause without it the squad ain't hearing you. Top of that, we ain't fearing yet. We swinging for the fences with the sting of a left hook that connects with Sonny Liston. I'm dismissing any and all of the disrespect. Nonetheless, it ain't a threat, I'm just letting y'all know who's next. I don't wanna talk. How you try and press the kid and really you was soft. All you know is capping, homie, you don't know the law. Pedal to the metal, you ain't catching me in park. I just hit the stop, I don't wanna speak. Talking all that good, so I just hit you with the plays. Running up the score like Tyreek, I'm going deep. Watch me how I'm saucing, I be spreading it with ease. You gon' see the peas, you gon' see the...
Look what's next for me, Joe. I'm gonna get that second bell. Where the f*** is it? They should have had them 2 bells ready. Space shine for me.
Yeah. Head up in the clouds, all they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test. Now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, I can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, so nobody's into me. I don't got time, I'm not giving the energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. I've been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up for my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life, I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in my, yeah.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command like, yeah, you about to see me on demand like, you know on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy, on the road, here we go, yeah, at the top of the class on a roll, ayy, and it's time to run it up, yeah you know, yeah, maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah, on the road, here we go, here we go. Here we go. On a roll, here we go, here we go.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the Frankie Candles live stream every single weekday right here at 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. And Mafia, she's getting a little bit of a dumpski. Shout out to anybody in the live stream last night, guys. We are seeing a little bit of a pullback, and we are starting to see some bearish signals pop up on the chart, guys. I don't want to be that guy, but I do see some potential more downside here for Bitcoin as we have swept the liquidity above the highs. Can we see a bigger pullback here? I want to talk about the possibilities, how low we can go. I want to talk about those bearish signals. They're actually things that we were looking at last night on the live stream, and we are finally seeing those start to print. We kind of front ran them yesterday, hoping it wasn't going to happen, but they are now starting to print, and it does potentially give Bitcoin the opportunity to get a bigger pullback to some lower prices. I'm going to talk about how low we could potentially go. I'll try to pull up a bullish case on maybe we can just like work our way out of here potentially, but I'm mostly going to focus on the bearish stuff here, guys, because the charts are showing it, so I got to dish out the sauce in a very bearish manner. The sauce is going to be spicy, guys. I'm sorry if you don't like spice. But we're going to take a look, guys. As always, unbiased analysis here based off information, not my personal opinion, or I guess my opinion on the TA. It's not my personal emotional bias. We are just dishing you the TA that is on the chart. So shout out to you guys. And announcement here. Shout out to Jumper. Said, Frankie C, my boy. Shout out to Jumper. Thank you all for being here. Smash that like button if you have not already. We're going to be doing some giveaways tonight. We're giving away, I think we're going to do $100 in Solana to 2 separate people. I don't know what everybody wants to do. I think we're going to do 2 $100 Solana giveaways. We got some Cardano giveaways to do, and I think that is about, I think that's what we got. I think that's what it is. 2 Solana giveaways, the 10 ADA giveaways. I don't think we have any hats. Maybe if we hit 1,000 likes on tonight's live stream, or maybe we'll go for 850. It's Friday. There's not a lot of people on YouTube right now, I wouldn't think. So, yeah, smash that like button. 850. We'll give away some Frankie Candles hats as well. But we're going to jump into the charts here real quick, guys. But this will be a slightly shorter stream. I know I said this yesterday, I think. I hate cutting the stream short. We wind up getting lost in the sauce here, no pun intended. But yeah, I'm going to try to hop off a little bit early. We're going to do a quick market update on Bitcoin. Maybe we'll take a look at some of the altcoins, and then we're going to hop right into the giveaways. And then I got to scoot to get some of this stuff done. I went late yesterday, so I didn't get what I had to get done last night. You guys get it. But shout out to the Mafia. We got Patrick in the chat. What is going on, bro? Shannon's Ambitions, welcome in. We got P-Dub. It said, sorry, I was late. Shout out to P-Dub. No problem. Phoebe had your late pass. She gave it to me. So shout out to you, bro. We got Asher Dude in the chat. VW John. K Diggity. Phoebe says hi. Shout out to K Diggity. Hollywood, welcome in, bro. We got Lobster in the chat. We got Out of the Bins. What is going on, bro? VW John. I think we shouted you out. Mikey 20. What is going on? And last but certainly not least, guys, we got our mods in the chat. We got Tyler Jordan, Rob the Crypto Snob, Darren Does Things, Dave Digital, Crypto, Anon, Crypto Billy. You know who they are. Show them some love in the chat. And without further ado, let's go ahead and jump on into these charts, guys. I'm gonna try to talk to you nice. But I'm also gonna be 100% honest. So let's go ahead and jump on into it. So here we are, guys, and Bitcoin is probably going to 8K by tomorrow. I'm just kidding. Yes, the Halloween decorations are still up, guys. They're still up. I'm sorry. I'm a busy guy, and I kind of like Halloween, so we're going to keep it up a little longer. But, guys, here we are on the Bitcoin chart. I'm actually going to go ahead and pull up this chart first. Because, guys, we have some very interesting stuff here, right? And, you know, if you guys have been watching the live streams for quite some time, you will know as we were approaching our value area high of our macro range, let me go ahead and pull that up here. As we approached this value area high of our macro range, we all were looking at together the liquidity that we had sitting above this value area high, right? We had all those short liquidations sitting above here, meaning that once we were able to break above this level, we were likely, number one, going to get an explosive move to the upside, which we did wind up seeing come in. But as we know, with that liquidity sitting above, also this gives us an opportunity, or I don't know if I would say an opportunity, but a possibility of getting that big liquidity sweep to the upside and then a quick dump back to the downside, which would put us at risk of getting back below this value area high and potentially getting a bigger move to the downside. And we'll talk about the lower levels in just a second. But I will say this, guys, and we've been looking at these heat maps forever. Excuse me. We've been looking at these heat maps forever on the higher time frames. Let me see if I can actually pull up the higher time frames on the heat maps. But you guys get the point, right? We've been looking at this forever. The liquidation sitting above, which puts us at risk of sweeping liquidity above. And then this is where we would be reassessing the situation. If we thought it looked super bullish up here, we would simply be looking for longs and moves back to the upside. But because we know with that liquidity, not only do you look for the explosive move up, but we know that sometimes you can wreck those shorts and then just get an instant SFP for a big move to the downside. Now, obviously, we did not get an SFP on any of these lower time frames. But if we start to pull up the weekly here, guys, you can see we are getting a potential swing failure on the weekly time frame. Now, I don't typically trade SFPs on the weekly, meaning I don't trade that actual, I don't trade the actual candlestick pattern on the weekly, being that, you know, if you wait for this candle to close down here, you're getting, you know, you miss a lot of the move down. Excuse me. But, we do have an SFP wick here on the weekly, which is not that good of a sign in my own personal opinion. Bear with me while I load up some of these liquidation heat maps real quick. Bada boom, I'll pull up the 1 year. Bada boom, we got the 1 year. Let's see, we'll pull up the 6 month. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay. Okay, so we'll pull up the 3 month and the 1 year. Let's go ahead and take a look here. So, obviously, we do right above that $70,000 level, which was right around that value area high. We had all these liquidations. This is the 1 year heat map. We could see that. We see these hot yellow bars. Anytime you see these guys, it means that there are liquidations and likely on top of liquidations, also short stop losses sitting up there, meaning two things, right? And even if we come over to the 3-month, coming over to the 3-month, we knew that right above about $70,000, we had all these liquidations sitting, and we knew if we pushed up into this liquidity, we would likely see an explosive push to the upside, but that does not mean that we are instantly going to get all-time highs, and this is why, guys. I don't say it because I want price to go down, but I say it because it's how the market moves. When you get a break of that all-time high, we are going to reassess that situation because we know that liquidations are going to give that big explosive move to the upside, but that is going to get everybody very excited, saying, oh my God, this is it. We're getting the breakout. We're going to $1 million. But what happened? We came up, we swept all those liquidations, and very simply put, guys, we are now starting to see not only a reclaim, or not a reclaim, but a loss of our macro value area high here, but we are also seeing some bearish signs on Market Cipher B, potentially calling for more downside. There are some levels that we could potentially put a higher low in, or at least just like hold to get another push to the upside. But I'll be honest, at the way Market Cipher looks right now, I am going to be leaning a little bit more bearish. It doesn't mean I'm just going to call for zero and not look for any scalp longs or anything like that for a potential move back up. But I will say, like, for the time being, what we were looking at on the charts yesterday, I'll bring it up in a second, is starting to print. But very important, if you want to be a trader, guys, what happened here? We saw those liquidations pump price up. We saw that big liquidation candle, I will call it, right? Because on the lower time frames, we got the candle closure up here, but on the higher time frames, it is starting to look like it could be a massive swing failure. But this is what we were saying that we would be looking for, right? As you get up there, if we start seeing bearish reactions like this, and we had that key level of resistance, and I just want to point it out, guys, these weekly naked points of controls are absolutely insane. Let me go ahead and unhide these for you guys right here. We looked for price to pop above that value area high, give us that big liquidation push up into this level of resistance, and this is literally the exact level that we are rejecting right now. So, once we have that happen, we reassess the situation, and on the lower time frames, we see this consolidation, we see the money flow coming out. We were looking at this yesterday, even before we got the bigger drop down, or we were looking at this a couple of days ago, but as we were starting to see price bing bong around here, we were looking for that short position up here in the premium Discord. Unfortunately, I am not in this position right now, which kind of stinks, but it's totally fine. We can get, I took a long down here, so it's totally fine. But I will just say, guys, we see this kind of failed auction and that return back to lower prices, not getting overly FOMO bullish as we break the highs, because we understand that there was liquidity up there. We understood that that pump probably had a lot to do with those liquidations, and we see those bearish confirmations, and we call for the move to the downside. And then yesterday, and again, our key level of support yesterday was basically this blue box. This is where we had a long setup in the premium Discord, looking for the shorts here and the longs here. I missed this. Unfortunately, I was hoping we were going to get a little bit more time up here to actually get my entry, but we kind of just tapped the level and left. But I did catch the long down here, but I will say this, guys. This was a very key level of support we were looking at yesterday. We put in some low time frame bullish confirmations. We got a little bit of a bounce, but just like I was talking about on last night's live stream, we were looking based off of very specific things, not just because I felt bearish or, we saw price going down, so we thought it was going to continue, but very, very simply put here, on the 90-minute money flow, guys, crossing over into the red. This is one of the big things we were looking at yesterday, on top of the 45-minute money flow being in the red from the high here, right? We get that big dump down, we see money flow in the red, and at that point, we are going to be anticipating, if we get a bounce here, to look for lackluster retracements for lower highs and continuations down. This is literally what we were looking for. Let me go ahead. I wish I could have clipped it, because I always feel like, guys, I'm not going to lie. Sometimes I feel like I just come up here, I'm like, look, we were looking for this. But literally, you can go to live stream yesterday, and it's not just because I'm the best, right? Or it's not because I'm the best, right? The reason this plays out the way it is because of the analysis that we do, right? And we teach it here for free every single day, or every single weekday, I should say. But where were we looking for potential lower highs? When we were looking at the money flow coming out yesterday, and more specifically this 90-minute money flow crossover, and the reason this was such a key signal here, guys, was simply because we had that daily red dot about to print yesterday, and this was one of the things I was looking at, saying if that red dot prints and that 90-minute money flow crosses over into the red at the same time, sometimes that 90-minute money flow crossover can give you a much bigger move down. And until then, I will be looking for lower highs for potential continuations. Now, where were we looking for that potential lower high? Simply put, we had our local range up here with the value area low, value area high POC, and on top of that, we know the highest likelihood area to put in a lower high is going to be that local golden pocket retracement, and we had nice confluence here with that value area low. We get that wiggle to the upside, the opportunity for the lower high, and now we're coming back down. And this is just kind of how we got to where we are. But the kind of problem here that I have right now, guys, is the fact, and you guessed it, right? We are now below our value area high. This is not the best sign right now. Now, I wouldn't mind this as much if we were getting a stronger reaction from this blue box, or if we didn't have this money flow coming out on the 90-minute. But because we are now below this value area high, what does this start to look like? And this is, we talked about this on Solana. I was actually talking to the Premium Discord about this earlier. But we talked about this on Solana the other day, right? As we break out here, you have to zoom out and just remember, although we hope that we could just break off the all-time highs, I want that more than anybody, right? But as traders and an analyst, as we come up here, we have to look at this as a simple deviation above the value area high. What do we look for as we deviate above the value area high? Somebody answer me in the chat, Mafia. Give it to me. Let's see. Dot is garbage. I mean, Dot is definitely in the dumpster right now. I will tell you that. Yeah, Dot is taking a dump. Yeah, Dot has been getting absolutely crushed. I do hold Dot. Is it coming down more? Did it just dump? Hang on, let me take a look here. Let's check in real quick. Okay, yeah, so it's still kind of just wiggling around down here. I thought this thing was going down. But yeah, let's see. If you haven't hit the like yet, you should do it with your with your pinky. Shout out to Wick 589. Unbelievable. But yeah, the stopped smoking 14 years ago. Shout out to Nirvana. Good for you, bro. Congratulations. And here's to healthy lungs. Shout out to the inhalers out there. But yeah, all crypto to zero. Jolly crypto guy. We need some joy in here. Shout out to Jolly crypto guy. Hopefully all crypto doesn't go to zero. And I'm going to talk about it, guys. I'm going to talk to you about exactly what I'm looking at, exactly how I'm playing it, just like we walked through the break of this all-time high, the liquidations. What do you look for here? Let me know. Crypt shorts, baby. Shout out to Don Corleone in the chat. Hey, shout out to Don. Show some respect to him in the chat, guys. But yes, when you deviate above that value area high, guys, even if you are going to be expecting all-time highs still, right? Like you still think you're going to break all-time highs. You have to look at this as an overvalued asset. And this is what we look for. And I said I was going to stick to the plan, and we stuck to the plan, and we were looking for those shorts up here at the top in the Premium Discord. And I will say this. If it looked bearish, we were going to have to call for more downside. If it looked bullish, like we were going to come to, it wasn't looking that bearish. Money flow was coming up, all that good stuff, and it looked like we were going to come take all-time highs. Again, I'm not saying that's impossible, but I would be looking for that. But we are just sticking to the plan, guys. This is a deviation above the range. We look for the short. We're getting the pullback, right? The TA is going to play out way more often than any emotional bias ever will. But the question is, how low can we go? What is that last level that we must hold before we get more downside? And if we do get that more downside, Frankie Candles, good Lord, please tell me how low can we go? I don't want the price to go down, guys. I don't want to continue this range. I don't want to do it, guys. I don't want to do it. I am praying for this not to happen just as much as everybody else. And I hope it doesn't. And there is going to be an opportunity to potentially have a bullish case play out. So let's take a look. If we zoom into the lower time frames, right? No, let me just talk about the bearish signals here real quick. Daily red dot, 90-minute money flow crossover. I talk about this all the time. 1/16th market cipher B strategy. We use this all the time on this channel, and more often than not, the money flow crossovers do wind up giving you a bigger move down, right? So again, until proven otherwise, I am going to be looking, if we come back up on retracements, we will be looking for lower highs and continuations down. Same thing as yesterday. We actually saw it happen, right? So same thing. Money flow comes out, we look for lower highs. Doesn't mean you can't get small, retracements to the upside, right? Probably going to get noisy. Could get another push up here. Money flow coming up on the lower time frames. 4-hour no 4-hour green dot, I apologize. 8-hour VWAP trying to come up, but nothing really to write home about. VWAP's getting rejected. I don't know, guys. This doesn't look great to me. Even the green dots that we've been getting have been getting stepped on, right? This little retracement up, this was just kind of like a washing machine. Just rip up, rip down. Longs got absolutely crushed on here, right? So we got pushed up, a lot of longs entered, and then we absolutely got rejected. Longs got destroyed here, and we can confirm that on the order flow. We did that in the Premium Discord earlier today. But I will say, right, you're starting to get some lower time frame green dots. I mean, I don't know if I would call this a significant divergence, but, maybe we get some kind of a retracement. But I'll tell you what, I am not looking for this to go to all-time highs right now. Hopefully it can just rip out of here. I hope I'm wrong. If I'm wrong, I'll be happy to admit it, and I'll also be happy that I was wrong. But I do not see an opportunity here. This is a key level, and we are just not really holding it. We got a big wipe up and then a big wipe down, and now we're back just stuck in this volume profile, which does open up the door to our next key levels that we looked at in the market update yesterday, guys. If you're not subscribed to the channel and you don't have notifications on, you might miss these market updates. So make sure you do that because we gave these levels on yesterday's market update. But if we pull them up here, shout out to Derelict. Welcome in, bro. Good to see you. If we pull this up, We have our lower volume profile sitting here. I'm going to hide the main range, right? But we have this lower volume profile, and these are the key levels that were in the market update yesterday. We're about to come down to the value area high. If we do not hold this level, guys, we are much more likely to get accepted into this range, come to the POC, lose the POC, come to the value area low. Now, this is the line in the sand, guys. This is the line in the sand. If we do not bounce off of any of these areas, I would say the the value area low here at about $66,720 is going to be the most important level. Because if we come down here and we start giving bullish signs, this is, like, in my opinion, the lowest I would be willing to go to then see all-time highs. I am really, I mean, I hate saying it, guys. It doesn't look that good. And hopefully we're wrong, but I don't know. I'm like, it's the TA has been really accurate lately, and I'm hoping it's wrong this time, but I don't have high hopes for it to be wrong, to be quite honest with you. But the reason this is so key, guys, is because not only is it the value area low of this range, we also get very, very close to breaking market structure, and on top of that, it is also the macro range. This is really the biggest thing. It is the macro range POC. And if we just keep things nice and simple, right? I know there's a lot of price action that goes on in here, but if we just keep it simple, what is that key level that you want to hold if you do not want to go down to the value area low? Simply put, it's going to be that POC. If we come down here, we want to bounce. If we start losing this POC, it opens up the door to come down to much lower prices, potentially down to the value area low. I don't want to call for that, right? And I'm not necessarily saying we're guaranteed. It's an if this, then that statement. Hopefully, if you want all-time highs to come in sooner than later, we need to either hold this value area high. Maybe we bounce off this POC, but realistically, you know, if we just hide that local range, like if we do come down to that POC, we must hold this level. If we don't hold this level, guys, it is not going to be looking good. So we start closing medium to higher time frame candle closures below that POC. I am not going to be feeling very good about Bitcoin, especially with the way that the money flow is looking, not only on the 2-hour, but also that 90-minute with the daily red dot. On top of that, if you look up here at some of these higher daily time frames, I will say, not that they're looking like it's going to zero, but, you know, VWAP starting to roll over here as well, looking for a red dot. 3-day VWAP starting to roll over as well. So, again, not necessarily calling for, you know, 60K just yet, but if we start working around in here, I do not like that we're below this value area high. As long as we remain, the key levels, very simply put, let me go ahead and mark them out for you. Value area high, and I'm going to pull up another value area to show you guys in a second, just to give even more context. Key level here, value area high at 70,001. I'll call it 70,150. We had a golden pocket there as well. But yeah, let me see. Yeah, I'd call it 70,150. 70,150 is going to be the key level. If we break down and we can't get back above this level, guys, I'm going to be calling for that POC, right? And then you have the local volume profile with those local levels you can look at, but that POC is going to be the next really, really big level. Maybe we bounce off, you know, one of these local value area levels, but that POC is really the level that hopefully we don't have to come down and visit, but if we do, we must hold that level. Please, for the love of God, let's not lose this, guys, because if we do and we wind up coming back down to the bottom of this range, I'm going on vacation. I'm taking a 2-week vacation, and I'm coming back after we rotate that range. I'm going to catch a fat short, and we're just going to hold it. I'm just kidding. I probably won't do that, but this would be absolutely treacherous for the content, guys. This will be the most boring thing. If we come back down here, we will get excitement on a dump, but overall, I think the attention on crypto will be as low as it's ever been. Now, does this mean the bull market is over? Not necessarily, right? Like, I'm not saying the bull market's over, especially yet, right? That's if we see this big move down. This is like the biggest bearish case right now. But like, really, if we did come down here, I still don't think that would be like bull market over, right? I think it's just going to be, you know, we talked about how the market makers like to trick you, right? Oh my God, we're going off, right? This is actually the market likes to create the most pain possible. And this is what I talked about being the most painful, right? And again, doesn't mean it's going to happen, but if we come up here, get everyone excited, get everybody in longs, and then just come wash everybody, right? And then send it to all-time highs. We'll take a look at the bullish. We'll take a look at the like bullish capabilities here. I don't know. I'm still not really that convinced, but I'll give some hopium. I'll give you some hopium. Although, like I said, I'm definitely leaning bearish based off money flow, based off the volume profiles. If we wind up coming down to this volume profile, guys. Pretty simply put, I mean, I'll just say this, right? Basically what I just said. I'd be okay coming into this volume profile, come down to this POC, maybe get a little drop down below that POC, right? We have a range here. What is below this range? Very likely long liquidity, right? We longed. We had a long setup here in the premium Discord from the low here. I'm no longer in it, unfortunately. But, stop losses are likely down here, right? We have these wicks. Maybe we come down, come into the range. We kind of SFP the bottom of this range and then get back above that POC for a bigger move up. That would be kind of the bigger, more that would kind of be the more bullish case, in my opinion, if we come down to that POC. But once we get down here, I mean, you don't want to be dancing with that level, guys. It's a huge level if we lose it. But that would be kind of what I would look at, right? But if we don't bounce from there, I would just simply I would just be simply looking at this as a volume profile. And, we will have local levels down here that we can look at, right? We'll have to assess the situation once we get down there. Maybe we come into this range, things are looking great. We're like, oh my God, guys, I am long in the bottom of this value area. But we don't know yet. But as of right now, that 90-minute money flow crossover is saying the trend, to me, is saying that the trend is likely to continue down. So if we can't get back above that value area high, 70,150 is the key level to get back above. If we get back above here, depending on money flow, I'd still probably be looking for rejections. But if we get stuck under here, I'd be looking down to the levels that we just brought up. And then at POC, $67,000 is the doorway to lower prices, in my opinion. Now, I want to show another volume profile here, guys. And this is the volume profile that we had looked at. This is on the live stream chart. And simply put, it's the same kind of range that we were in here, but it is just pulled a little earlier, right? It's not pulled as far. Like the one that we're looking at now is like somewhere over here, right? But this one is a little bit earlier. We haven't looked at this range in quite some time. But I will say, this just goes to show that you can look at multiple volume profiles. When I look at volume profiles, guys, I pull them over ranging price action, but I will also look at many, many different things, right? This little sideways range here, you could also look at the entire area of price action as a whole, right? Or you could, pull it on whatever price action you want, right? But I just look at ranging price action. But this is just an older range that we were looking at. And I will say, regardless of how you pull this, you're below the value area high, which is not good. But on this range specifically that we had been looking at a while ago, again, I wasn't looking at this for recently. I just looked at this today, and I was like, wow, this range wound up getting respected. We deviate above the high. This is the overvalued asset, similar to our current range. That's where you want to look for shorts, but look at the back test on that value area high, guys. So if I'm looking at this volume profile, if I'm looking at this range, right, POC still at $67,000, I believe. Range POC still at $67,000. If I was just looking at this, same thing, right? And this back test of that value area high does not look very good to me, right? You have the perfect value area deviation. You get the bearish confirmations up here. You're back in the range. Bearish retest. This says to me, yikes, right? So if we do get a little retracement here, potentially, I'd probably be looking for this. I think if it's going to come down, guys, I think it's probably going to come down fast, right? Again, hopefully I hope randomly, there's no real reason to call for this, but I hope randomly we could just yeet out of here. But that's not the likely case in my opinion. So if we get a retracement here, I'm still going to be looking for those lower highs. Like we got a pretty strong reaction below that value area high. We got a strong reaction back into the newer value area high, right? We're just stuck in here. So even if we come out, understand that old value area high is still up here. I would like to crack this high. If we don't break this previous lower high, right? Because just understand, I don't want to confuse people. This value area high is at 71.4 about, right? So if we break out here, 70,150 is still a key level. We can get stuck under here. But like this level and the $71,300 value area high as well. These are going to be like the two areas that I would be looking at for rejections. If we don't get stuck under here and we break out, I'd still be cautious of a rejection there because you do have that higher value area high, right? So, and I'll mark this out on this chart to make it nice and clean for you guys, right? I'll make it a horizontal line and we'll call it bada boom, about, give or take. I'm not going to be able to get it to the exact dollar. Let me just 71.4, we'll call it, right? So $71,400, bada boom. Previous value area high, right? And I will hide these weekly naked points of controls. I mean, this would be nice if we just rejected that exact resistance level and came down. I mean, dang, that would be nice. So this is definitely going to be the major levels of resistance. If we come back up, I will be looking for shorts. And again, not just randomly shorting for no reason. I have to see the confirmations. I don't want people thinking you could just mark these levels on your chart and take a short when you hit the level. I mean, you could do that. I wouldn't recommend it. You got to find the signals, right? So this is what I'd look for. You have your previous value area. You have a golden pocket, the previous value area high. Very, very key level. But again, we've already put in a lower high there, so I don't know how likely it is that we come back up there. So in that case, I am simply going to look at this value area high as key resistance as well. So 70,150 all the way up to about 71.4. Until we start breaking those levels, I'm going to be looking for lower highs and continuations down. And then, we can get the retrace, but I'd be very careful. I am looking for shorts, guys. I am expecting this to continue down. I'm going to be looking for shorts. Again, you have to know what to look for. We do that in the premium Discord. You can't just short these levels. Please, for the love of God. If you come up here and there is no bearish confirmations, you are probably going to get wrecked, right? But these are the levels I'm watching. Very simply put. So there you go, guys. I don't want to say it, guys, but every time that we get a little bearish on moves up, it's been playing out very nicely. But hopefully, this is just going to be a slight pullback before continuing off to all-time highs. But I will say I am going to be leaning a little bit more bearish until this money flow fixes itself. Until we see that 2-day red dot potentially print. If that 2-day red dot prints in the next hour or the next day or so, and it confirms, there is a reason to be looking for continued downside. So I don't want to kind of predict too far into the future. We have those key levels below. Keep it in mind. So there you go. Just watch that older value area, right? I don't want to beat the dead horse here. That's what we're looking at. Ba-da-boom. Let's see. Just at the coffee drive-thru. Shout out to Jay Violet. Oh, boy. Frankie is uber bearish. Yeah, I wouldn't say, I don't know. It's kind of hard to say, right? I'm a trader. I could be uber bearish here. One signal. I see a signal down here that looks good. I'm long in that. I'm long in that bad boy, right? And then I'm bullish. So yeah, in the grand scheme of things, again, I don't want to scare people too much, right? Because I don't want to just like cause FUD here. But I will say this, right? Right now so far, nothing too bad has happened, right? It's not like just because we broke that value area high, we have to come down, right? Like we pull up the daily market structure. Shout out to Lux Algo. Link in the description down below if you guys want to check out these indicators. They're absolutely overpowered. But this one specifically I like to talk about because it just teaches you market structure. But I will just say, right, like market structure is still bullish here. So, with that being said, it's not the scariest thing in the world just yet, right? You have the change of character, higher low, break of structure, break of structure. This is still an uptrend, right? So at this point, the statistical probability based off the market structure would be the trend is your friend, right? You'd be looking for higher lows and continuations to higher prices, which is why we're looking at those local levels to the downside, right? Maybe we put in a higher low on one of these levels. But if we don't, that is where things get very scary, right? So if you want all-time highs, we must bounce in this area, right? But my problem with that is market ciphers money flow, right? And on top of the fact that we're below the macro value area low, right? So the trend is your friend until the end. So just because we're in a bullish market structure here, we are. It's not like we broke major market structure or anything like that. But with the other analysis we've done, the trend is going to end at some point, right? Like any trend is bullish until it's not, right? So trend is your friend until the end. But locally here, still a bullish market structure. So it's not like anything too crazy has happened. But based off of the money flow that we're looking at, based off the main range, I will say it's not looking too great, especially with this back test of this value area high. Like, this is what I look for, guys. Deviation above the high, like my basic strategy here. Deviation above the high, find your short position, look for the move down, bearish retest on the value area high, continue into the larger range. This is what I see. Hopefully we're wrong and we just yoink out of here, but I don't see that. But I will keep you guys updated with the market updates. Hopefully we don't, we'll see what happens over the weekend, but I'll keep you guys updated with the market updates on the live streams, all that good stuff. But yeah, locally, again, maybe we get a little retracement here, money flow coming up on your 30-minute. Again, like you see like your 8-hour VWAP. Look at this VWAP, guys. This is not a saucy VWAP in my opinion, right? Like you come down and then you try to come back up. You're kind of like inverted here. It's kind of just not looking like it wants to go. Like really what you want to see is like a nice strong goink, like that, right? You want a nice strong VWAP cross. But here you're just kind of like, it wants to go. It's trying to go towards the 0 line and the 8-hour VWAP is just like, no, I don't want to go up there. I want to go back down. It's just like, no, I don't want to go up there. So be careful. Be careful. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at. I don't want to scare anybody, right? Again, it's not possible to bounce here. Anything can happen. And we do have support below. But key level number 1 has we are unless we like really start ripping off this blue box, we have lost this key level, or we are starting to lose this key level. It's not a good sign. So there you go. I don't want to beat the dead horse. That's what I'm looking at. But again, until we lose 67K, that's really the key level that would be calling for like much more downside. And in my opinion, you're scaring me. Shout out to Gene Lee. Don't be scared. Don't be scared. Let's see. Shout out to Mark Dutch. Said Market Cypher's just an indicator. Hundo K next week. I hope so. I would much rather that. The last thing I want, guys, the last thing that I want is to come back down into this range. Please, for the love of God, if we could, I've never really wanted my analysis to be completely wrong, but if there's a time, I pray to the crypto gods on this Friday, November 1st, I pray that our analysis is completely wrong. If this is wrong and we yeet off into all-time highs, guys, I will go live. If this happens over the weekend, I will go live over the weekend, and the thumbnail will be like, thank God we were so wrong. I will celebrate being wrong. I really pray. But I have to give the information on the charts, guys. And that money flow, those bearish confirmations are just not looking too good. But yeah, hopefully it's just a short. That 90-minute money flow could also, right? Like, here's the thing, right? Look at the daily, right? Daily money flow is still in the green, technically. Right? There's no significant bearish divergence on the daily or anything. So hopefully that 90-minute downtrend does just give us a continued downtrend for a bigger bounce to the upside. But once we start losing that 67K level, it gets real dangerous. So just be careful of that. So yeah, and then like that 2-hour money flow, if that crosses into the red, the 3. Come on. The 3. And then the 4-hour will follow, and then it just gets sketchier and sketchier, to be quite honest. But hopefully we can put the higher low in. But I don't know. Money flow's got me a little nervous, guys. I'm not going to lie. I want 20K BTC, please, God. Shout out to BitFrog. Oh, God, that would be absolutely insane. Shout out to Il Hero, says 78.9 by morning. I hope so. I pray. Let's see. Where's Rob? He's still dressed up as Michael Myers. Yo, shout out to Mark Dutch. Let's see. All right. Can we just go sideways, or do we have to dump? Shout out to Nick. That's a good question. I mean, we could go sideways. I mean, the argument for that would be, let me get rid of this. Yeah, I mean, I guess so. The argument of the hope there would be, I mean, yeah, I mean, up, down, or sideways. A lot of people forget that third option, right? It could go up, could go down, could go sideways, right? So, I mean, yeah, you could kind of come down here, go sideways, right? And then the indicators kind of clean up, and then you rip on out of here. Or maybe we just kind of hold on top of this value area high between the value area, these two value area highs, and then we go. That's an option. I mean, you could, but the money flow indicates a longer-term trend. So that is what makes me look down. But yeah, you could go sideways. And just to kind of show you guys, right? Like if we just go back here real quick. Go back here. 90-minute money flow crossover into the red, right? Let me unhide the TA here. 90-minute money flow crossover into the red, right? These are just two recent 90-minute money flow crossovers into the red. So if these are on red dots on the daily, chances are that was a Market Cypher B116 strategy, right? So if we pull up the daily, find those lines, this one was right on a red dot, and so is this one. So that is what makes us anticipate the downtrend to continue, right? You're looking at this, you see those red dots, you go to the 90-minute, and you're like, oh, God, if this and like this is kind of what it looks like, right? Like you come down, you start kind of doing this weird choppy thing, you get a retracement, and then that 90-minute money flow crossover makes you look for the lower high and continuation down, right? Same thing here. Right on the red dot on the daily, 90-minute money flow crossover. Doesn't mean you go to zero, but what happens? You get the continuation of the trend. And that is what I would fit. That's why I look at this way, right? So I would anticipate a continuation of the trend. Doesn't mean it has to go to zero, right? But could be coming down into this zone, right? And then if we don't hold that POC, very dangerous. So that's what we're looking at, guys. Let's go ahead and take a quick look. Take a quick look at some altcoins. I love 200x shorts at support. Shout out to Sergio. Oh, God. Oh, I would definitely not short right now. I will tell you that. Please, for the love of God, do not short right now. Right? The short, should we pull it up? The short was from up here at the top. The short was from up here at the top, not down here. This final target for this short in the Discord was all the way down to about 70,444, 442, right? All the way down to this golden pocket, 786, which is the zone that we're kind of just wiggling around right underneath. Right, that was the zone that we were hoping for the bounce off of, which we got, but it was short-lived. So definitely not a place where I would generally look for a short position. The shorts were to be had up here, right? So I wouldn't be shorting here, but I would be looking for lower highs and continuations down. So very clear. I forgot who said that. Who said it? I don't know. Sergio, I think. Shout out to Sergio. All right, let's see. Smash that like button if you guys have not already. If you're finding any value in this live stream, if you were here last night, when we were looking for the lower high and the continuation down. Smash that like button. But yeah, if we get 850 on tonight's live, guys, we will give away some Frankie Candles hats on top of the $200 in Solana, on top of the 10 bags of ADA. Let's go 69.4 for a pump. It already played out. Yeah, I don't know, guys. I don't know. I want to be bullish so bad. All right, let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Yeah, shout out to Tyler Jordan. Thank you for that, bro. I'm going to pin that comment real quick. If you guys want to enter into the giveaways, drop a like and a comment on the video. I almost removed that, Tyler. Sorry, bro. Where are we? Pin the message. There you go. It's pinned to the top of the chat. Click on that video. Leave a like and a comment. It will enter you in to win some free Cardano or free Solana. And speaking of Solana, we'll keep an eye on this price action as we go on here. But let's take a look at Solana, guys, which also actually pull up the live stream chart for Solana. Mrs. Candles! I don't know if Mrs. Oh, never mind. Oh, God. She's going to be mad at me. I was going to ask her for some water, but we got our water right here. Let's see. Shout out to Frankie. Shout out to BTC Boss. BTC Boss. Ooh, Andu. Shout out to you. Said best channel on YouTube. Let's go. Shout out to Andu. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you for that. Yo, shout out. I can't even read that name, but he says, your TA is crazy, mate. Shout out to you, man. I appreciate that. Well, we teach it. We try to give as much free value. Love the sauce, guys. You guys are awesome. I appreciate the love. But yeah, we try to give you as much free value as possible here on this YouTube channel. I want you guys to learn how to do this TA as well. So yeah. Let's see. Let's take a sip of this, and then we'll jump into Solana real quick, guys, because Solana is also, speaking of crazy TA, crazy stuff. I think Mrs. Candles is blasting music. Let's see. Best value, then best value, then free food. Yeah, that good. Shout out to Al Jr. Free sauce at least. Shout out to Ahmed. Said, Frankie, I know you want to enter short. Please, for the love of God, guys, do not enter shorts at these levels. We are at support now, right? Well, I don't, Bitcoin's a little different. Bitcoin, we're like, I don't know if we're really at significant support here. We're kind of at the, for Bitcoin, it's like, it's a zone, right? Like, I wanted to get the bounce here. Bullish divergences. We were looking for this in the premium Discord, right? Lower lows on our price action. 30-minute, not only this, but, 30-minute bull, 30-minute bull div, right? As we're dumping, right? This is where you want to look for longs as you're dumping. Things are scary. You look for the push up. You know the money flow's calling for lower prices. You look for the lower high and the continuation down. Now, we are coming down. We were not looking for shorts here, right? And in that same kind of fashion, we are not going to be looking for shorts right here. Now, does that mean that you can't dump here? No, you could potentially come down, right? But for me, if we're going to look for a short, your last opportunity to short recently was on that retracement to the upside into your local golden pocket, right? This is where you want to short. You want to short from highs, not short from lows. Very important to realize. So yeah, please don't short the lows, guys. Please, for the love of God. But there we go. Right, this is how most people get wrecked, right? Because people think, like, if you're bearish, right, they might think, oh, well, we're just going to come down from here, right? But you don't. You want to wait for the push up. Everyone gets bullish. Then you look for the shorts, right? This isn't a specific level. Just kind of drawing randomly here. But yeah, don't short support. Please, for the love of God, guys. But let's see. All right, let's continue on. Taking a look at Solana. Shorting now. No, Byte Media. I mean, hopefully it works out for you, bro. Again, it's not impossible, but K Austria said K straight up from here. Got it. Oh God. What are we gonna do? I know you guys are joking. All right, let's see. Can we long? Shout out to Anurag. Hopefully I said that right. Listen, it's hard to say, right? I wouldn't just randomly long here. I'm letting this dust out. I was talking to the premium Discord about this earlier today. This is not, this is a nice setup from a local golden pocket to look for a short, right? But like here, like this is not really tradable. Once you get the div here, you could look for the long, which we did. But like this is I don't like this, right? Like even if you come up from here, there is a case to be made. 30-minute money flow coming up, but it's not beautiful, right? So maybe you get a retracement based off that, but there's no really good setup here, in my opinion. If it's going to come up, I would rather just let it ride up and look for a short. I'm not really interested in catching the long here, to be quite honest. But let's take a look at Solana. We keep getting sidetracked. Okay, let's take a look here on Solana, on the live stream chart, right? So for Solana, guys, what we'll be looking at yesterday. Let me zoom out here, right? We compared this, right? to the deviations above this volume profile previously. Deviate, this is where we look for shorts. Deviate, this is where we look for shorts. As we broke out here, we're deviating. This is where you look for shorts, right? Not necessarily to zero, but this is, typically looked at as an overvalued asset. And the first breakout we saw, right? We get above the high. We put in the bearish divergences on the 4-hour, higher highs. And we looked at this. We gave this away for free on the live stream, right? Higher highs on our price action. We were right here peaking out with lower highs on our momentum waves. And we were like, hey, that 4-hour bear div may be able to give you another drop down. Where are you likely to go? Right back to the value area high, which was $162, which was your key support for another potential bounce. We got the next bounce, and then this was on the 29th, I guess. Pulling up here, we looked for another drive of bearish divergence, not only on the 4-hour, but also, more specifically on the live stream, we were looking at the 12-hour bear div. Lower highs, higher highs. On the 4-hour, you got another drive of bearish divergence, and now your money flow is crossing over into the red. So it's not that you can't bounce here and continue up, but with the way this money flow looks, if you're expecting that downtrend to continue, we would be looking for a downtrend to continue. Get stuck under the value area high at 162, that could cause a bigger downtrend, right? But it doesn't mean that you're definitely going to do that, right? Like, again, based off money flow, it doesn't really look great, to be quite honest. But yeah, I would like, again, this is support. The short was when we were looking at the 12-hour bear div or the 4-hour bear div, right? So the short was up here. It's too late to short. Just because the money flow is coming out doesn't mean that you're just going to continue down, right? You have to anticipate the lower highs and the lower lows. So that money flow crossover on the 4-hour would make me anticipate, right, a potential continuation down, but that might come in the form of a pump into a lower high to continue the downtrend, right? So we'll see. But here's the thing. Key level on Solana, simply put, $162. You break below this and can't get back above, same thing as Bitcoin. You're back in the macro volume profile, 143 could be on the horizon. You do have local levels from here. I'll actually pull this for you. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Right? So you got some support here at 155, and then that POC comes in at about 143, right? So you would hopefully get a little bit of a support here, but once you break that level, I'm looking down towards the POC. But unless you're scalping, you could just look at the higher time frame levels, which would be this larger value area, right? So 162 is your key level. 162, 163 is your key level of support. But yeah, it's just goes to show when you deviate above the highs, guys, it's typically time to at least look for a cool-off. Even if you're looking for the breakout to continue, right? You would look for pullbacks into the value area high and then look for the big bounce on the value area high. I would look for a big bounce off this value area high if this money flow literally looked the opposite, right? If this money flow looked like, if this money flow looked like this in the red crossing into the green, then I'd be like, hey, guys, this actually looks pretty good. We might be able to get a breakout here. But it's not. It's literally the opposite. It's like money flow coming into the red. So I would have to favor a lackluster retracement for a continuation down. So there you go. Shout out to Salvador, said, dude, WTF, where's the election pump? I don't know. I don't know. Listen, we could dump on the election too. That is another possibility, right? Like maybe we got this last little pump. It's like a little election, sell the event type of thing. But again, this is why I trade technically, guys. This is why I trade technically, right? If we are going to get a massive election pump, we will get the signals down here to take the long, right? Just like we got the signals up here for the pullback, it's likely to happen either way. So if we're going to get an election pump, we'll get the signals. But if we're going to get the dump, this might have been the signal up here. We'll have to see. TA is magic, guys. TA is absolute magic. Shout out to Crypto Billy. What is going on, brother? Thank you for being here. I appreciate you, bro. Buy the rumor, sell the news, baby. Shout out to Oculus. Okay. Sol and BTC weekly charts look epic bull run on target. Shout out to, longer term, right? I don't know. Longer term, weekly money flow doesn't look bad on Bitcoin. This candle's super bearish, right? This candle screams liquidity sweep to me. Unless we get some kind of pump before it closes. Maybe we get a weekend pump, and this does not close as like a liquidity sweep candle. Money flow doesn't look bad. We also have the monthly green dot. I mean, that's kind of hopium as well. But again, I wouldn't even say that bull market is over, right? Like I wouldn't say like going to zero here. I would say next chance to get a big bounce if we continue down is going to be that POC. We lose that POC. I would just continue to play this as a range. Very simply put. But yeah, historically, cycle-wise, it would be right on time, right? Like October, like right in October is typically where that starts, right? Election, boom. So hopefully we can see that. Like what is this? This is October, right? We got the push up, little correction, and then you just start going. November. We'll see. We'll see what happens. Hopefully we can get that, right? I pray. Please, for the love of God, send this thing to the moon. All right, let's continue on. Yo, shout out to CS. Says Frankie's a magician. Shout out to you, bro. I don't have a crystal ball. I swear. No crystal ball, guys. Anyway, let's continue on. Why would price respond on election day? We barely know who won until like a week after. Shout out to Wick. Yeah. Oh, God. Yeah, we sold off with the S&P. Yeah, that's true. If you take a look at the SPY, I mean, here's the thing, right? I don't want anyone thinking I'm like macro bearish, right? Like, you pull the weekly time. Like I said, we haven't broken any major structure just yet. Like, even if we came down to the bottom of this range, we could still look for all-time highs very soon, right? But very soon might not be this week or next week, right? Or this weekend or next week, right? Who knows? Who knows? Maybe it's in December. Maybe we start climbing up. I would like to see that. As long as we hold this POC, we're good. But even if we don't, guys, like, you come down here, like, doesn't mean we're going to zero, right? Like, even if we came below this, right? Like, a lot of people, right? You have to understand this. We talk about this a lot. A lot of people came into the market up here, right? The top, right? The local top, right? And then they get bored out of the market. But the thing is, even if we pull down, right? Like, even if we come all the way down here, like, I would not be calling for zero still, right? Like, there's still an opportunity to come up into all-time highs. I do think the 4-year cycle will play out in some form or fashion unless we get some kind of a black swan event, right? That would probably put a wrench in things a little bit, right? But, like, even if we get another full rotation of this range, I would hate this just because of the boring aspect of it, right? Even if we creep down over the November, get an election dump, and then come back up and then finally send it. Maybe we dump into the election, right, heavy, and then we find out who wins. Maybe they're pro-crypto, and then we send it. I wouldn't really expect too much of it. The election would affect the price, in my opinion, but I wouldn't really anticipate, like, whoever wins, I don't think that's going to really matter that much. It hasn't in the past. So, yeah. Super cycle inbound. Shout out to VW. There's a million ways it could play out. Yeah, for sure. Could be a super cycle. I think pump after election if Trump wins, dump. Yeah, I don't think who wins is going to affect it that much. I could be wrong, too. That's my opinion. Yo, just buy, everybody. We'll pump the market ourselves. We have Frankie and Golden. Let's go. Golden, bump it. But anyway, let's continue on. So that's what, again, I don't want anyone thinking like this definitely looks good for a continuation down, but that does not mean bear market, right? I wouldn't say that. Like, even if it got scary, the chances are, guys, if we got a big dump down here into like 58, 60K, something like that, right? Come back down to the bottom of this range, everyone's going to be really scared. And this is probably where we're going to be looking for the longs. Everyone's going to be like, is the bull market over? We're going to be looking for longs. And then that may be where we see all-time highs. Honestly, one of the major higher time frame kind of plans that we had was maybe, like, the idea here was to go from the value area low above the POC into the high. And then once we start sweeping liquidity above the high, we have to reassess the situation. Right now, at least on the medium time frames, it looks pretty bearish. But in the long term, this is projecting out, right? The new information comes in every day. But one of the possibilities we looked at here was an SFP of the highs and then a bigger dump down, right? But by bigger dump, it's like we're just still within a range. This would not be a bear market, in my opinion. To be honest, like, even if we wound up doing this, I'm not calling for this, but I'm just saying, if we had a black swan or something and we dipped down to like 40K, like, this is still not bear market for me, right? This would still be an opportunity to send it back to all-time highs. But this would kind of be getting pretty far away from the cycle, 4-year cycle kind of theory, which is fine, right? It doesn't have to happen. But yeah, we'll keep an eye on it. I will keep you guys updated as price action develops. Hey, shout out to Tyson, said new subscriber here. Thanks for your TA. Hey, shout out to Tyson Daniel. I appreciate you, bro. Thank you for being here. Yes, 42K. Shout out to Gene Lee. I hope that doesn't happen. I hope we can just rip out of here, but the TA is not really saying that's going to happen, at least right now. We'll have to see what happens. But for Solana, guys, we kind of already went over it, right? Hold this. You can look for the bounce up higher. But yeah, once you start losing this, I'd be looking for a bigger drop down. 145 is kind of your bigger level. 143 POC is kind of the bigger level that I would watch. But other than that, not really too much to update here. We're just kind of bing-bonging above the value area, which, again, is typically, unless we hold that value area, typically where you want to look for potential returns back into the range. Real quick, I do want to take a look at XRP. Still going sideways. All right, let's take a look at shout out to Wick589 and Wick's wife, Fine89. Thank you guys for being here. Hey, he did it. Talk about the 4-year cycle. I mean, we can talk about it real quick, guys. To be quite honest, I mean, the 4-year cycle is kind of right on track, in my opinion, right? It is a little bit different than it has been in the past, right? But in my opinion, it's always different, right? It's always a little bit different. It always rhymes. It never repeats exactly. But if I actually pull up the cycle chart here, do I have it here? Bada boom. Right? We pull up the cycle chart. I mean, having 161 days, end of October, beginning of November, massive parabolic run. Having 180 days of sideways action, end of October, beginning of November, parabolic run. I mean, if this cycle was going to repeat, guys, this could be the start of a monumental move of this bull run for sure. The question is, what happens low time frame, right? Are we going to have it? You know, it's already not 161 days, but like how long are you willing to extend that before it's actually different, right? I mean, it's pretty dang close here. It's pretty dang close. Like, we're not that far away from that. So it's like, if we're going to start going, it could be happening very soon, right? The question is it going to just be like this, or is it going to be like this, right? Like, either way is 100% possible, right? But yeah, 4-year cycle-wise, I mean, it's kind of right on time. Kind of right on time. Like, even if this wound up being 200 days of sideways action, you know, it's still very, very close. Very, very close. Like, even here, having 175 days of sideways action. And, I mean, you kind of just started slowly melting up there. But even here, what was this? 56 days. So, might get longer and longer, potentially. But, yeah, 175 days before you really started, like, taking out the previous high and continuing up. Having 175 days. I mean, we're right there. We're right there. We're right there. We'll see. We'll see. We know the higher targets. We've already taken a look at the higher targets on the live stream recently. I only want to see upwards, man. Bulls time to have fun. Bears have had their run and gotten too comfortable. Shout out to Elite Ways. Yeah. I mean, I would say Bulls have had their run. Bulls have had their run. They've already eaten up the bear fun. But yeah, I would hopefully, I just really don't like that weekly candle, to be honest. But again, even if we do something like that, like, that's possible too. What would that be? Just roughly 217 days? That would be brutal, honestly. But, yeah, I don't know. We're right there. If we're going to take off, it could happen very, very quickly. But we'll see. Does look like it wants to wiggle around a little bit more. But I do want to take a look at a couple of things. We'll take a look at DOT. I heard a lot of people are kind of worried about DOT here, just kind of absolutely nuking. I'll be honest, like, I don't know how much lower we can go here. Doesn't mean you can't go lower, but a lot of the altcoins, guys, I'm going to do a quick run on the altcoins before we jump into the giveaways real quick. But I will just say this, guys. All the altcoins, not all the altcoins, but for me, what I'm doing right now with altcoins is I am focusing on the altcoins that have not had the bigger breakout of their lower range yet. These are things that are still in the accumulation range. When you look at Bitcoin, you had Bitcoin. You had Bitcoin in its accumulation range down here at the bottom. Right? Little bing bong, little bing bong. Actually, you could probably even bring it right here. A little boom, little boom, little boom, little boom. We break out into the upper volume profile. We talk about this every day, so I'm not really going to cover it that much. But this is what helped us figure out when the best time to buy Bitcoin was. Number one, weekly money flow in the red. Number two, get above this value area high. That's where we could see the run. What happened? Wound up buying the best time on Bitcoin with weekly money flow in the red. There are altcoins that still look like this. Bitcoin broke out of its accumulation range and ran. Things like Chainlink, where is it? Right? Broke out of its accumulation range and dumped. It did not get accepted for the run, right? Things like Ethereum kind of came up to its all-time high, but it got the dump. It did not continue to run, right? So if I hide this stuff real quick, you could pull the larger range, right? And we got the run, but we dumped again, right? And actually, I would probably even pull this right here. Bada boom, right? So we got in and we got the dump. We did not continue to run. We came up, bada boom, previous value area high, previous value area high. We ran and got the dump. Bitcoin kept going. So altcoins, in my opinion, I see that as a beautiful opportunity on a lot of the altcoins, right? And a lot of these altcoins are still chilling. Come on. A lot of these altcoins are still chilling down here. They didn't even get the rip, right? Things like TIA in the accumulation. Things like Brett, right? We took a look at these. I'm probably going to make a video about this. But a lot of these altcoins are looking like this. So I'm focusing on finding altcoins that are still in that lower accumulation zone that have not gotten the big breakout, right? And a lot of things look like that, right? The ones that did get breakouts, things like Chainlink, did get the breakout, and they are retesting their range highs, right? Their previous range highs. Come on, right? Accumulation range, breakout, retest of the old highs, right? A lot of things have done that. Dogecoin, accumulation range, breakout, retest of the old highs, right? So these have already gotten breakouts, but there's a lot of stuff out there that have not broken out, right? And these are the things that I'm looking at. So I'm going to give like that basic kind of analysis here, right? Because I do want to get into the giveaways pretty soon here. I'm not going to really dig in too much, but a lot of stuff is kind of in that situation. Like Polkadot, right? Polkadot's below its major accumulation range, right? And again, talking about let me see here. Let me try to find something else in a similar situation, right? Like even Cardano in that accumulation range still has not broken out. And most people, right? Like what is it? Yeah, IOTX, right? Got the breakout and the retest of the previous highs, right? So this has already gotten its breakout, but a lot of things are still stuck in here. So that's kind of the stuff that I'm focusing on. A lot of stuff still stuck in here, right? Didn't get the breakout yet. But yeah, that's what I'm looking at on most altcoins. I don't want to go too far into detail on these alts here, guys, because we have a lot of money to give away. We got a lot of crypto to give away. So Link is a good buy. I mean, I wouldn't say it's hard to tell, right? I can't really tell you when to buy or sell, but for me, right, what I like to look for, is it as good of a buy here as it was here? No. But if you pull your full golden pocket 786 from the bottom to the top, we have come down for a golden pocket retest. Could we go for the 786 POC? Yes. If we got another dump on altcoins, I would expect Chainlink to at least come into that POC 786, right? And then at that point, you're back down at accumulation zones, right? But for me, I'm not accumulating Chainlink right now, but if I were, me personally, I would see less risk in buying here and then buying lower rather than just having this thing rip and then buying up here, right? Like a lot of these things, in my opinion, the risk reward for me, not for you, it's not financial advice. I'm not telling you to buy any of this stuff. I'm not telling you they're good projects or anything like that. I'm just saying based off the structures, right? Like for me, for Tia, the risk here, can this go lower? Sure it can, right? Sure it can. But I am more willing to risk buying a little bit, nibbling in here, and then waiting for it to come lower, buying a little bit more, instead of waking up one day and having Tia rip 40%, right? And then wind up having to wait for a pullback that might never come and then have to buy on this way. Like that is not what I want to do. I've done that before in previous cycles. It's not what you want to do. You want to buy the fear. Like if this thing breaks out and this does not have a 2021 bull market high, right? A lot of these coins have 2021 bull market highs and then the 22 bear market. A lot of those other coins look like that. So we have those upper targets that we can look at for price to go into. But things like Tia, these are 2024 highs. So once we come back into that, these highs here, this macro value area, and then it breaks out, that's the price discovery. Who knows how high it can go, right? And I'm not saying that's going to go up to $50, but we were talking a lot about this on the premium Discord today. It's, for me, it's more risky at this point for me personally, right? Everyone's plan is different. Everyone's strategy is different. But for me, it's more risky for me to wait for a breakout to buy this, right? I'd rather buy here, even if we drop lower, buy a little bit more and then send it. So yeah, that's kind of what I'm looking at there, guys. So if you're looking at altcoins and your favorite altcoin might be set up like something like this, that's what I'm looking for. That's what I'm looking for. Love, peace, and hair grease mafia. Gym time. Shout out to VW John going to grab some of that because some of those gains, some of those physical gains. Let's see, Sui with a lovely pump. Let's check it. Oh, she's pumping. She's pumping. Yeah, something like Sui is honestly not in that situation at all, right? Sui has more or less, this is the 2024 highs. Yeah, so Sui has more or less already ripped completely, right? You've had your little accumulation down here, some slips of the low, right? Maybe Tia does something like that. If you do get more downside, I'm not scared of that, right? Buy a little, 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 buy a little. Oh no, buy a little, buy a little. When it pumps, I'm not going to care that we had that last little slip to the downside. And that's kind of what I see with Tia. Right? If I'm buying Tia down here and we got one more last slip to the downside before it goes, when we're up here, I'm not going to care about this little dump. right? But what I will care about is waiting for price to come way up and then buying here and being pissed that I'm buying here and I'm looking back and going, man, I should have just not been scared and bought down there. So yeah, again, doesn't mean things can't go back down, but Sui has already gotten the breakout here and it's already gotten back to its highs, right? It's already, did it put in a new all-time high? Yeah, it's already broken its all-time high. So, something like this. And again, can Sui still go into price discovery? I would think so, right? Like if Sui goes into break the all-time high into price discovery, eventually, who knows how much this thing will rip. But if it does, right, I'm not saying it's going to $100. I'm just saying, like, it's not going to be, it kind of feels like you'd be buying the top here, but you are buying a top. But if you go into price discovery, you could have looked at this as all accumulation. But yeah, for me, like, this is not, I wouldn't be buying Sui up here. I would at least wait for a pullback at least. And if it goes, then it goes. I'm fine with that. But there you go. Let's see. Bada boom, bada bing. Okay, so let's go ahead and take a look. Shout out to Michael Mabry says, do you think it's time for ETH to start coming back? Yeah, I mean, listen, I think like anything short of a black swan, I think is pretty much, even if we slip these lows, I will tell you this, right? If I pull up ETH real quick, I will tell you this. My bearish case for ETH would pretty much be, let me pull up a lower time frame, right? We lose this. Come on. Let me get rid of this blue box. There we go, right? So I'll even get rid of this fib as well. So, if we do wind up getting a bigger move down on Ethereum here, down to this POC, down to this value area low, like I wouldn't like to see us come down here, but if we did, we have these wicks down here, which likely have a lot of liquidity. I could even actually check it. I'll just check the ETH liquidation heat maps. We probably have a lot of liquidity sitting below these wicks at 2150 and about 2100, right? And we do, right? If we pull it up here, a lot of liquidity sitting down there, right? So, like, these wicks from down here hold a lot of liquidity, right? So, if we do wind up coming back down to that value area low, sweep that liquidity, not impossible to see that happen, but just because the liquidity's down there doesn't guarantee we take that liquidity either, right? So, that is, oh, sorry, guys. I never took that lower third down. But that is basically, these lows down here, that's kind of like, I would probably think that's probably the worst case scenario for ETH. I'm not saying we're getting down there, but I mean, if Bitcoin takes a big dumpski back down to the value area low, not going to be super, super impossible to go see that liquidity taken. Remember, the liquidity acts as a magnet for price. Remember that. Like, even on Bitcoin, I actually talked about this with the Discord earlier. Like, no one wanted Bitcoin to come down to 51 to 52K. And what happened in August? Right, we were looking at this level when we were up here saying, hey, guys, if we get a rotation of the range, we might go take that liquidity around 51 to 52K. Nobody wanted to hear that. What happened? 4th of July dump. We basically front ran it and then got another rip up, and then we came to take it, right? So when you have hotspots of liquidity like that, now this is the 1-year chart, I believe. This is the 3-month chart. So there's a lot of liquidity there. So I'm not saying you have to go down there, but if you start creeping close to it, it's probably going to get sucked down there. And then that would be that probably worst case scenario, in my opinion, for Ethereum. Come down, whoop, boop, and then send it to $1 billion. I'm just kidding, not a bazillion. But let me actually see if I can pull up a higher time frame here on ETH as well. But yeah, that's kind of what I'd be looking at. But can you come out of this alive, like, without going down there? Potentially. The value area is the value area, so it doesn't guarantee that you have to come down to those levels. Let's pull the current profile here. Yeah, I mean, if you pull the current profile, your value area low is right here. So maybe if you're not going to go get that liquidity, maybe you kind of just bing bong, right? I would say 2350 is another key level. Value area low, naked daily level just below it. That's not a naked daily level. Sorry. Is it? No, but we do have one right here. So yeah, locally, right? If I were to, this daily value area low could be a big level to watch. If you're hoping it doesn't go down to that bigger level down here, this could be a level that you bounce off of. But it really is going to be heavily dependent on what Bitcoin does. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue on here. Bada boom, bada bing. I'm just trying to pull up those heat maps for ETH. So yeah, I mean, 2150. We see the wicks, and the heat map says it's there. But again, hopefully you don't have to come take that. Hopefully we just leave that down there forever. But right now, you know, you have key support here. Break down below that. I'd be looking closer to like $2,200 to $2,100. But there you go. Break up. Doorway to higher prices on ETH remains exactly the same. $2,800 going to be the doorway to about $3,100 to $3,200 in my opinion. And again, it's the same thing as I was just looking at, right? On all the other altcoins. Accumulate, bing bong, right? So there you go. I'm actually going to take those local levels off so I can get that old value area back. Okay. So yeah, that's what I'm looking at on ETH. Hopefully that helps you understand what I'm looking at. Yeah, let's go. Shout out to Michael. Said ETH's leaving that ish behind. I hope so. All right, let's go ahead and continue on. Thank you, man. No problem, Michael. I got your back, bro. Yeah, I would definitely, I'll tell you this, right? Like, I'm not banking on ETH coming down here, but if it did, I'd probably be buying a bunch of it. So yeah, for sure. I agree. Yo, shout out to Mark Dutch. Said the mods are overrated. Somebody get him out of here. Get Mark Dutch out of here. I'm just kidding. We love Mark Dutch. Don't kick him out, guys. Don't kick him out. I know he's just kidding. Okay, so let's go ahead and continue on here, guys. Let's go ahead. I think that's all we got, guys. I think that's all we got right now. I told you basically what I'm looking at on all the altcoins. I'm not going to go over all the specific key levels. We'll see what Bitcoin gives us over the weekend. But let's just give away some money. Let's give away some money, guys. Let's go ahead and let me grab that link real quick. Bada boom, bada bing. Actually, let me, if you guys want to click that link, get last minute likes and comments and go for it while I pull up the giveaway picker. And we're going to start giving away some moolah. Shout out to Tyler Durden. Let me grab the notebook here, and let's count them off. So we got 10 bags of ADA. We're going to speed tour this one. We're going to speed tour it, guys. 10 bags of ADA. I don't feel like we probably didn't. Let's see. What are we at? Like 515, guys. Run it up to 850. We'll give away some more Frankie Candles hats. Yo, shout out to Wayne C. Said ETH is lagging like crazy. Yeah, it is definitely lagging like crazy. But it's opportunity, right? I see it as opportunity. Free money, but why? Shout out to Tyler Durden. I guess no money is free, right? Unless it's fake. I don't know. Let's see. Yo, shout out to B-Rad. Said, hey, Frankie, I went as Cody for Halloween this year. Shout out to B-Rad. Let's go. What does Cody look like? What does he dress like? Let me know. Shout out to B-Rad Crypto, bro. You're hilarious, man. Need some Frankie Candle socks. Shout out to Skywalker. Shout out to Jungle Boy. Said, we love candles. Let's go. I appreciate you, Jungle Boy. All right, let's see. ETH stablecoin. Yeah. But isn't all money fake? Yeah, I'll be honest, actually. I guess all fiat money is fake. Crypto's kind of real. At least it's at least Bitcoin's limited. All right, let's see. Yeah, all money is fake. Wheel of scams on the way. Let's go. Shout out to Wayne C. Okay. Wait, so Tyler, what do we got? I have 2 $100 Solana giveaways. Is that what we're doing? 10 bags of ADA. Let me know. Tyler Durden's the boss. Let's see. Yo, can you give out some RuneScape gold? Shout out to Flavor. Which vid? Shout out to Cuz I Can Bump It. Link is pinned to the top of the chat, my brother. I want to win. Shout out to Kelly. I think that says Kelly L. $400 Solana. Oh, we hit 2 light goals. Oh, hey, shout out to Darren Does Things. All right, let's do it. Oh wow, shout out to okay, we hit 2 light goals. I didn't even realize that. Let's go. Shout out to the Mafia guys. Thank you for smashing that like button. Smash it up right now. All right, Lord, let me win. Shout out to New Doob. All right, here we go. We're going to do the 10 bags of ADA first. Let me get in here. 10 bags of ADA first. Paste that link. Bada boom. No, that is not it. Bear with me here. Copy that link. Come on. Give me the link. Oh, my God, guys. It's Friday. I'm boomerang out right now, guys. I'm boomerang out. Why do I not see? I need to copy the link. What is going on here? Why can I not copy the link? Guys, I'm boomered out right now. I'm boomering out. No, why can't I copy the link? It's broken. It's broken. Hang on. Let me try to grab it from a chat here. Boom. Oh, there we go. There we go. There we go. I got it. I got it. All right. All right, guys. It's okay, guys. Settle down. Settle down. I've unboomered myself. I've unboomered. Here we go. Not include replies. Continue. All right, so we got 10 bags of Ada. Winner number 1. Who? Oh, wow. I was like, what happened? Where's the button? All right, let's see. Winner number 1. We're going to speed run these Cardano giveaways. So I'm going to tell you right now, if you win Cardano, go to the free Discord, get in the giveaway section, click I just won a prize, and you'll be able to talk to Tyler, and he will get you your Cardano. At least I think that's how it works. But here we go. Winner number 1. Who's it going to be? Bada boom, bada bing. Adilama. Shout out to you, bro. He says saucy. We're sending you some Cardano, bro. Thank you for smashing the like button and watching the content. Hit that Discord, bro. Let's go. Winner number 2. Who do we got? Who do we got? Crypto Society said, you explained it so well, Frankie. Shout out to Crypto Society. I appreciate you, bro. I'm glad to hear that worked out for you. It sounds like you understood it, and hopefully you took that information and made some money on it. Winner number 3. Here we go. Who's going to be? Bitfrog. Yo, shout out to Bitfrog. Said, I will turn the $100 Solana into 100,000 Solana. Shout out to Bitfrog. Well, you got some Cardano, bro. You just missed the Solana, but we're going to send you the Cardano, bro. You are winner number 4. Shout out to Bitfrog. Let me pull up chat here so Tyler can correct me as soon as I mess up the count. I think that's winner number 4. Shout out to Wix spamming 3. Yeah, Bitfrog was 4. Danny Sniper says GD to anybody who's winning. Yo, Bitfrog, I actually won. Let's go. It's not a scam, guys. See? All right, let's see. I'll trade that ADA into a whole Bitcoin. Shout out to Raphael. I like that. Frog is 3. Okay, so winner number 4. Oh my God, I just threw the count here. Winner number 4. Shout out to Tyler. I love you, bro. Thank you so much for keeping us on track here. Open World Gamer says, shout out to the Cavs. I don't have shoes on, guys. I can't show the bare dogs. I can't show the bare dogs on the internet, guys. I'm sorry. Otherwise, I'd smack some calf meat in front of you. I don't know why I said meat, guys. Calf. Anyway, shout out to Open World Gamer. Thank you for playing. You won a prize. Hit that free Discord. I appreciate you so much, bro. Winner number 5 is going to be Crypto Degen. Said, Asta Pasta, boss. Shout out to Crypto Degen. You're winner number 5 for a bag of ADA. Let's go, bro. Shout out to you. Let's see. Patrick said, awesome and congrats. Winner number 6. XRP wins. Let's go. Shout out to XRP. Can we get some Ratchet one time? I don't know.
Hey, yo, Jay, can we get some Ratchet one time?
Look, I don't want to talk.
All right. Well, there's your Ratchet, bro. You're winner number 6. You're getting some Cardano. I appreciate you for being here. Hit that free Discord. Claim your prize. Winner number 7. Barat. Hopefully I said that right. Said, sold all my XRP yesterday and bought Scammer. Winner number 6. Scammer. Winner number 6. Gold in the Shell says, thanks. I think that's real. So shout out to you, bro. Winner number 6. Freudian slip, Frankie. Shout out to Crypto Billy. I think he's talking about the meat thing, maybe. Oh, God. Shout out to Darren. Said, if you win a prize, hop in Discord under Help Center and click Giveaway Portal. Shout out to Darren Does Things. Thank you for that, bro. And yeah, Golden Shell is winner number 7. And I knew that. I didn't see Tyler say 7 in chat. I knew that. I kept count, guys. Anyway, winner number 8, Crypto Crazy says, edutain us. Are you not edutained? Shout out to Crypto Craze. I appreciate you, bro. You are winner number 8, or 8, as some people like to say. Thank you for being here, and thank you for watching the content. Winner number 9, who's it going to be? The Real Cryptopractor. Doing like backcracking on Cardano. Shout out to the Real Cryptopractor. Said the best in the game. Shout out to you, bro. I appreciate you so much. You are winner number 9 until 9 done now. 10. Shout out to Wick 589. Yo, shout out to Tyler. Did you recruit? You recruited the Mafia to help you keep count. I like it. Yo, shout out to Wick 589. Let's see. No pineapple on pizza. Skywalker, I agree with you, bro. I agree with you. 10th time is a charm. All right, here we go, guys. Here we go. Winner number 10 for the bag of Cardano is going to be, come on, baby, Scammer. Shout out to Valerie. Let's go. Shout out to Valerie. You've been here forever. I bet you're probably in chat if I had to guess. Shout out to Rob the Crypto Stop. Said they call that delegating. Shout out to Rob, bro. Yeah, honestly, if you're going to try to keep count of me on stream, probably need a few people to do it. Yo, shout out to Crypto Poyo. What is going on, bro? Fellow farm animal. What is up, bro? Welcome in. We were looking for you, bro. We didn't call you yet for any ADA. Shout out to Valerie. Congratulations. You're getting a bag of Cardano. You are winner number 10, slipping in there at the last moment. Now we're moving on to 4 $100 Solana giveaways, guys. Giving away $400 in Solana right now. Let's see. Golden, where are you? Shout out to Skywalker. All right, guys. $100 in Solana. You have a week from today. You have until 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time next Friday to claim your prize on any of these, not just the Cardano, or not just the Solana. But here we are. Candles in the chat. It'll increase your chances of winning. Not really. I can't say that because that's false like engagement, I think. I don't know. Oh, hey, shout out to Crypto Poyo. Said, yo, I'll be in Georgia next week. Let's grab lunch. Shout out to Crypto Poyo. I think I'll be available. Hit me up, bro. Let me know. Let me know if you can't get in touch with me. Hit up Tony. Let's try to meet up, bro. I'd love to meet up with you for lunch, man. All right, let's see. Okay. $100 in Solana. Number 1. Going to. Come on. Somebody in chat. Jay Violet, let's go. Yo, shout out to Jay Violet. I see you in the chat. I just saw you. Or was that Jay Walker? No, Jay Violet's here. I talked to her before, didn't I? Shout out to Jay Violet. Congratulations. You deserve this. You're here all the time. You are winner number 1 for the $100 in Solana. Shout out to Jay Violet. Let's go. Oh, and Valerie's here too. Shout out to Valerie. Let's go. All right. Bada boom, bada bing. Candles in the chat, baby. Shout out to Jay Violet. It said, thanks, Frankie, the GOAT. Shout out to Jay Violet. Thank you so much. You deserve this. And yeah, hit that free Discord. And you know what to do, Jay. Go get that Solana and hopefully hold it till it goes to $1,000. Winner number 2, who's it gonna be? B-Rad Crypto. Yo, let's go. We're getting some OGs in here. Shout out to B-Rad. You also deserve this like crazy here from like dang near day one. $100 in Solana, bro. Shout out to B-Rad, and you're in the chat. I love when people in the chat are actually winning. I said, love these updates, Frankie. Thank you for all you do. Shout out to B-Rad Crypto. No. I appreciate your appreciation for me, but no. Thank you, bro, for watching. So we're going to send you that Solana, Frankie. Boom. Shout out to Ashley. But yeah, let's go. Shout out to B-Rad Crypto. You know what to do. Go get that free Solana. Thank you for being such a long time key family member in the Candle Mafia. Winner number 3, who's it going to be? Block Brawler. Yo, let's go. Shout out to Block Brawler. Shout out to the Mafia. Yo, Block Brawler, you're getting $100 in Solana, bro. I don't know if you're in here today. If you are, show your face. And go ahead, hit that free Discord, claim your $100 in Solana. I haven't seen Block Brawler. I feel like I haven't seen you in a minute. But hey, hopefully you see this so you can collect your $100 in Solana. You got till 5:45 on Friday to claim it. Let's go. Winner number 4. Who's it going to be? Is it going to be someone else in chat? Who's it going to be? Good vibes. Shout out to SkyDemex. Shout out to you, bro. All right. Here we go. $100. $100 in Solana. Last winner. Can we give it to Pennywise? Let's see if we can get Pennywise in here. 3, 2, I'm going to buy Frankie a goat. Oh, no. Don Corleone, definitely don't do that. Definitely don't buy me a goat and send it to my house so it's a gift and Mrs. Candles can't get mad at me. Definitely don't send it. Shout out to Don Corleone. And if you're asking, like, how does he know where he lives? Me and Don are close. All right, guys. Winner number 4 for the $100 in Solana. Who's it going to be? Come on, give it to, who's it going to be? Jay Walker. Lurking Shark. Shout out to Lurking Shark. Oh, that's the, wait, hang on a second. Is that a comment? Huh. Is that a... Shout out to Lurking Shark. You won $100 in Solana. I don't know if there's no comment or how that even came up, if there's no comment, or if this is the comment. How did you animate your comment? I don't know. But shout out to you, bro. You're getting $100 in Solana. Go ahead and hit that free Discord and claim your prize. Shout out to everybody who won a prize today. I appreciate every single one of you guys. I like to give back to the Mafia anytime I can, guys. I would not be able to come up here every single day and do what I love with such cool people if it was not for you. I genuinely appreciate every single one of you guys. Hopefully, Bitcoin doesn't continue to dump, but keep an eye on keep an eye on those bearish signals, guys, and those key levels to the downside. Because again, if we lose that P level, the key OC. It's Friday, guys. That key level of the POC at 67K, things could get a little bit sketchy, but we might be able to get some bounces from there. But keep an eye on those signals we looked at. Watch those key levels. Have them marked out on your chart. And I will see you guys. Go touch some grass this weekend. Take a break from the charts. And I will see you guys Monday. Not tomorrow. Monday. Same place. Same time. Right here. 5:45 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I love each and every single one of you. That's all I got. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
What's next for me, Joe? I'm gonna get that second bell. Where the is it? They should have had them 2 bells ready. Spit shine for me.
Yeah. Head up in the clouds, though they saying I look stressed. I've been feeling down, pray to God that I'm up next. Remember when she blew me off, that's why I can't text. Now she call me petty, but I swear I can't forget. This ain't a test. Now they saying that I ball like Jerry West. Coming back for what is mine, can't take no less. I said go and take a shot, so I need your best. And stop the threats, don't know what is in me. I don't got time, I'm not giving the energy. Too many people around me, I'm finicky. I do not mess with you, dog, you're not kidding me. You don't got way too close. I've been up at the top now, so they all wait for the landslide. I seen too many people that switched up, whose man's high. Through it all, I stay the same, I swear to God, I can't lie. Been down so damn low that I came up for my life. They talk way too much on the internet, it's not real life. I swear my fam waiting, I can't lose, and I'm still right. Still right, I swear that I'm working them up till like midnight. It's real life, I got a time and I'm coming to get mine. In time, I cannot lose and I'm coming right inside. I'm in mine, yeah.
What do you mean it's making noise? What kind of noise is it making? It's like a wooden box? No, I didn't. You're the one that orders everything on Amazon. It's in a wooden box. What's it? Oh, it said, oh no. It says livestock or live socks? From D. Corleone. Oh no. Oh, okay. All right, I'll be down in a second. Oh God. Yeah. Don, how did you send that so fast? Guys, I think there's a goat in a box at my front door right now. So I gotta go. Have a great weekend, guys. I'll see you next time. Hasta pasta. Frankie Candles out. Bing bong.
Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy. On the road, here we go. Yeah, we winning by a landslide. Never see me coming, I'm a landmine. Yeah, I ain't taking orders in command, like, yeah, you about to see me on demand, like, you know, on demand. If you ain't know, you about to understand. Yeah, I got the team by my side, right hand. Yeah, take it to a string, you ain't seen it like that. Yeah, and it's the dream, and we coming for the bag. Yeah, and we ain't never going back now. Future expedited, now we on the fast track now. They won't lend a hand, now they see us on the map now. It's time to act out. Here we go, at the top of the class on a roll, and it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, ayy. On the road, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll, ayy. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know, yeah. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor, yeah. On the we go. At the top of the class on a roll. And it's time to run it up, yeah, you know. Maxed out, put the pedal to the floor. Hey, on a roll, here we go, yeah. At the top of the class on a roll.